Hello, everyone. Welcome back with Dr. Pamela. Thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's going well, doing well, and having good relationship, good love. I told you I was going to do this talk. We're going to take this journey on finding you love, keeping love, getting love. But I wanted to talk about my book. If you haven't gotten my book, it's in the description down below. And you can buy it, download it, or you can have it delivered to you. It is very colorful. And yes, that's me on there, painted. So either love it or hate it. I don't care. But this book right here I wrote was a relationship that I had with Micheal Jordan. And I told you that I would go through this journey of talking to you about my relationship, what happened in the relationship that I had with him, how it came about, what happened, and why the media lied, why the story was told the way it was told. And again, this is real conversation, real truth versus blogs giving you all the information. I'm doing it because so many blogs have talked about, especially Micheal Jordan, but a lot of blogs have talked about me. And the blogs claiming that I lied. The media is the one that gave them the perception that I lied, which this is very untrue. And so you're going to learn the reason I did what I did. You're going to learn what I thought I was in. You're going to learn how we met. And so that was my whole premise of writing the book. I hope that you would get the book and read it. It's just something to go along and read. Now, if you want to, and real talk, you got to do what you got to do. I don't have no problem with you going and Google and researching it. You can. And it's going to tell you things and say that I lied. It's going to say things that were negative and untrue. I was called out a kind of names, from gold digger to hoe to home wrecker to all that. And that's the perception that the media wanted people to see me as. And I'll explain to you why they did that, why that came about, and how what you see sometime on media is not actually what is actually true. So you gotta really, really do your due diligence about people, because who we are is not totally what someone may be, because someone may be giving you the perception of someone for you to feel some kind of way. Now, I'm not, some people, who they are. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Some people just who they are. But also, you don't know if the story is the whole story either. Okay? So you got to watch what you're watching, and you got to watch and pay attention to what you're listening to. And I talk about this all the time, and I'll talk about this more as I do my talk. Pay attention, because it is so important to pay attention to what people say and do. Okay? And I say that because a lot of times what you think is not what actually is, right? Now, I talk about this all the time about reality. Now, if you're following me, you know I've talked about a lot of things. I'm going to say it again, because if you don't want to wait to learn as we go through this journey, you're more than welcome to go back through my videos. I've talked about all the things I want to talk about now, and then I'm going to do it at a time or age of me now, which wasn't too far gone before. But at least you're getting some of the real truth again now. So I talked about reality, right? So I'm going to give my definition and my belief of what reality is for me to understand how I took this journey through this world. And I believe that reality is based on now. Reality is based on what's happening now. And you have to know that what's going on now is the reality. What you're in is now, is real. Okay? That is what's happening now. So the perception of what we want it to be is based on what somebody wants you to see. It's also, people are neither for you nor against you, right? They just rather thinking about themselves. That's the reality. A lot of times, the things that you get yourself into, the things that you put yourself into and place yourself upon is happening now. So what's going on? Is it what they want you to be in, or is it something that you want to be in? The reality is that whatever you're in and whatever you're doing it in the now. Okay? It's like decisions. It has a lot to do with making decisions. If you decide to do something, you have to know that the decision that you're making is based on what? Now. Okay? So that's because that is what? Reality. That's what's happening. What? Now. So the thing about my relationship with Micheal is a journey of two. And I say that to say it is also about what you believe something was, but what it actually is. I explain it. Dr. Pamela, what are you saying? Don't nobody understand what you just said. Look, when I explain the story, when we go through this journey, I won't just strictly stick on the book, okay? I want you to understand, I just won't stick on the book. But I will talk about things that have to do with what I went through in the book. And this is why I became a loveologist, okay? I believe that what I went through caused me to want to understand about love. Because see, what I thought I was experiencing was real love, being in love. But what it was is that may have been only me and not him. Okay? So that is when we deal with what we believe. Is it something that we just want to believe, or is it actually is? Now, to me at the time, the relationship was actually is, because the way I was treated was the way you would treat somebody that you truly love. Okay? But when the story and the situation happened later, when I explained, it was a different thing, because it didn't become about me, it became about money. Okay? So I will explain that as I go through it. You'll understand it. Like I said, you're more than welcome to look me up and see what you want to see and get your feel of me. I get it. But I just want to give you a little bit about me, and I'm going to let you go. I am presently today, as of the date that this video being taped, I was 60 years old. I am 60 years old. And when I met Micheal Jordan, I was in my 20s. I was 25 years old. Okay? So he was single, I was single when we met. Okay? He was not a billionaire. I don't know if he probably just made, 6 figures. But it wasn't much, you know. Yeah, he was 6 figures. He was just 6 figures. So this is why you have to understand this story. And those things that people said about me, how could I be that? And let's talk about that. How can I be a gold digger when he didn't have that for me to be a gold digger? And if I was a gold digger, what's the problem? Because a man has a choice and a woman has a choice to give somebody what they want them to have. If you are a person of wealth and you know if this person is desiring you because they like what you have, which is money, it is your decision to give it to them or not. So how are they a gold digger? If you knew that person was that person that you say they are, why did you give them your money? So to me, there's no such thing as gold digger, because you have a decision to decide, do you want somebody to have something, a piece of what you have? You give it to them, you gave it to them. That was your choice. That was your decision. Nobody put a gun to your head. Nobody told you not to do it. You knew what you was gotten involved with. You wanted that person for what you thought. You thought that person would be your showpiece or your side piece or whatever. You decide that. And you decide to give them a piece of what you have. That doesn't make them a gold digger. Okay, so let's move on with that. The other one was, I'm a home wrecker. For one, I met him before he got married. So I can't be a home wrecker. but I did have a relationship which caused later in time of a situation happening. But at the time, I dated him before he was married. So I'm telling you about a story about something that was not true. He wasn't married, you see? All right, and then they, talked about how I did something because I needed something. Untrue. I've been a millionaire since I was 30. And I was a self-made millionaire on my own. Even though I worked for a major airline, I made a decision to become the person that I became. Whoever you believe that you are, or whoever you want to be, you will become. Whatever you put your mind into desiring and wanting and believe that you can have and achieve what you want, if you go after and take action, you'll receive it. You have to just believe it and know it. It is not just dreaming. It's not about just plain hope. You have to take action and do what it is it takes to be the person that you want to be. If you want to be a person of wealth, then you have to go out and do what it takes to be that person of wealth. It's your decision. If you just happen to want to be in a world of a place of people of wealth, it's still your decision. If you want to be a person that just wants to live a modest life and be happy and go work for someone and just live a modest life, those are all your decisions. That's what relationship and life is about. Everything that you're going to decide, and I'm going to talk about, it all comes down to you, the person, and your decision. It's nobody else's. It is your decision to decide that you want to be with someone, or you want to be in a relationship, or you don't. Life is your decision. But what happened is sometimes we make decisions based on how somebody else feels. And that's one of the things I'm going to talk about, which I found to be one of the profound reasons that most people are in the type of relationships they're in, because a lot of times they made their decision based on what they thought somebody wanted, or what they thought somebody desired them in such a way to do, that they had to be the way they wanted. And a prime example, Kanye West. He's a brilliant, intelligent young man. But he's in a relationship with someone that he has to control, right? And he wants her to be the way that he thinks she should be. That's not real love. You're just going through a moment in time that you believe that you can have this person and they make you happy. No, that's a pawn of somebody that you're using to fulfill some lack or emptiness. Believe you me, it's a form of lack of emptiness. Okay? So I'm just going to quickly say a little bit about who I am in the beginning of this time. I met Michael when I was 25, and at that time I was still a professional model. I was a ring girl for Don King during that time, and I had just moved to Chicago, and I didn't meet him immediately once I moved to Chicago, but because I had met people in that world of what do you want to say, affluent life, I was meeting people, and so that's how I was able to meet Michael. So, but I'll tell you more about that as we go through this. I just want to give you just a little piece of quickly about what we're going to continue to go and talk and go forward on the book. Again, I'll leave in the link in the description so you can get access to the book. And I look forward to talking to you again soon. Okay, we'll be back and we'll be talking with Dr. Pamela Smith.